Well, hello and welcome back to the report. I'm the Game Manager, and this is WoWs Weekly. WoWs Weekly's weekly news video, or should be at least in the future, regarding news of World of Warships Legends, obviously covering week past, present, and potentially future, along with speculations. And we also wrap up some channel admin news, I guess you could say, towards the end of the video. The headlines this week. We do have the campaign breakdown. Obviously, I'm only going to give it a light skim. Link will be down in the description. Also, we have the lackluster barbecue to look forward to. And also we have news potentially regarding the Verbius Unitus. These headlines and more after this short break. So obviously starting off with the Lucky 6 campaign and the June update, which has obviously started this week, and obviously mostly focusing on the Lucky 6 campaign. The link to this blog post is down in the description. Anyway, the breakdown is we are looking at 100 stages over 5 weeks. Obviously this patch, surprisingly, there is a catch mechanic enabled. Now, upon receiving 2,475 renown, you will then have the option to choose between the Tier 5 American aircraft carrier, the Independence, or the Tier 7 American destroyer, the USS Black. After making your choice, you will then be offered the option to purchase the other ship for 10,000 doubloons. And obviously, in order to get one of these ships, you have to have amity backing, which is 2,550 doubloons. 2,500, ignore the 50 on the end there. Now, when it comes to making that choice on whether you want to purchase the second ship, you don't have to make it right there and then when you reach milestone 100. Once you go into endless trials, you can obviously go back to that milestone 100. You can then look at it, then open it up, and then you can decide if you want to. Well, if you want to purchase it, then you can make that decision then. So the decision to purchase it doesn't have to be made when you reach milestone 100. Should you either boost the campaign or complete the campaign early. Now, in order to earn renown over this patch, there will be the endurance trials and the shakedown trials. Now, endurance trials have to be completed in tier 3 to legendary tier ships and can be completed in both standard and AI battles. Shakedown trials is completable from tier 4 to legendary tier ships and can be completed in only standard battles. Furthermore, there's also additional challenges called heroic effort missions. These have to be completed in tier 5 to legendary tier ships and have to be completed in standard battles. Now, completing all the endurance and shakedown trials per week will reward you a bonus of 100 renown. Therefore, finishing the weekly havoc, that's basically the endurance trials and shakedown trials combined, will then give you a total amount of 500 renown, including the bonus renown that comes with it. Furthermore, completing all the heroic missions weekly will reward you a bonus 25 renown. You can earn a total of 200 renown per week with the bonus renown included, meaning that you can earn up to 1,000 renown in total in 5 weeks from the heroic efforts only. Now, completing all the weekly Havoc missions each week will net you a total of 2,500 renown, which is about 25 renown in excess of what you need. And completing all the weekly Havoc missions and all the heroic effort missions will grant you a total of 3,500 renown. So that's 1,025 renown in excess. So there's plenty of wiggle room, and there's also a catch mechanic during this patch. So getting to the end ships is not going to be that difficult if you're used to the usual grind, and considering there's no arena, there's no rank to distract you, it's going to be quite straightforward. And even if you are taking a break over the holidays, especially in the United States, I think you're going to be quite capable to catch up on it because of that open catch-up mechanic. So, endless trials. Obviously, once you complete the campaign, and if there's still time, then you will enter into endless trials. Endless trials is basically a way to earn steel badges through earning basically renown. This means that each week you'll be able to earn 250 steel badges. Therefore, if you purchase the campaign outright in day 1, highly recommend you don't. But if you do that, then you will be able to earn 1,250 steel badges over the course of the patch. Basically what this means is 25 renown is a milestone, and each milestone will only reward you 5 steel badges. Now, in order to earn steel badges, there's obviously going to be the endless trials. These are the daily trials and the weekly trials. The daily trials are repeating every single day and must be completed in standard battles or versus AI, tier 3 to legendary, and weekly trials must be completed in standard battles or battles versus AI in tier 3 to legendary, and obviously that is repeating weekly, and what happens each week is exactly the same. So, USS South Carolina. Now, we're covering this now because she should be out by the next Wales week, I guess you could say. So, she's going to be available through a free mission that can be obtained in the store on June the 24th, and it will remain in the store until July the 18th. Upon completing this mission, you will then receive the American Tier 3 Premium Battleship South Carolina as the final award. Now, to get her and other goods, obviously, you have to complete the assignment before July the 25th. Now, it's also quite amusing, obviously, the last date you can get her is the 18th of July. So, generally, it looks like it's about a week later the mission expires. So, fingers crossed, that means that the missions are quite simple and therefore can be easily turned out quite quickly if they're giving you a week, which I'd say is quite generous in order to complete it from July the 18th. Now we have the not such a nice BBQ from Wargaming for July. Basically, they kind of showcased on their blog about what is called the BBQ, basically a kind of celebratory thing where they're going to discount loads of American battleships, and they listed 3 battleships, and very quickly after the post came out they actually redacted 2 of the ships out of the 3, which was rather amusing. So obviously now there's only 1 ship left. So basically, the Alabama and the Georgia, both tier 7s, have been redacted from the United States battleship sale, which is supposed to be happening this patch, which means that the only ship that is remaining is the Oklahoma, and I think the Oklahoma, she's a Bureau project mission from last year, and she's a tier 3, I think, so nothing that special. So amazingly, this sale had some real good headline ships for the Alabama and Georgia there, and those 2 ships have been stricken from the list, and nothing's been added to the description or added to the list in order to obviously entice players. So it looks like the BBQ has someone's doused those flames, I guess you could say. Now, Liberty Package. This is actually a post from 2 years ago, so it is kind of like a recurring thing, amusingly. Basically, this is a bundle that will become available in the platform store. So obviously, if you have PlayStation Plus or an Xbox Live subscription, then you'll be able to claim this bundle for free, and it will be available from June the 29th, and it will grant you the following inset game items: 4 days premium, 10 red, white and blue camos, 10 rare ship XP boosters, 10 rare Commander XP boosters, 10 rare Global XP boosters, 10 rare Credit boosters, 10 rare Battle boosters. So, if you've already got subscriptions to Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus, it's something for nothing really, and it's not really too bad, I guess you could say. The booster flags are always quite useful if you are grinding out certain XPs, I guess you could say. So, Verbius Unitas, she has been confirmed to be arriving on Monday the 27th of June. I've written July for some reason, but I do mean June. She is the Pan-European Tier 4 Premium Battleship, and she should be arriving in the in-game store for 6,250 doubloons. It's expected for the first week. There'll be obviously an additional bundle, which will come with usually boosters, maybe potentially some commander items, but usually, fingers crossed, there should also be a commemorative flag or a cosmetical flag, I guess you say, which can be flown. But the query is, what flag are we going to get? Because obviously, Verbius Unitas, she served the Austro-Hungarian Navy, but also she then got transferred to the Serbian, Croatian. There's another name. Another country is Yugoslavia. I want to say kind of like. So she served for quite a lot of conglomerate nations, I guess you could say. So what flag she gets could be a bit of a query. And I know that before, when Verbis Unitus came out on World of Warships PC, there was quite a bit of a debacle in regards to the flag that she was assigned over there. Although I think also there was a bit of a debacle in regards to a wargaming blog post regarding the ship. Anyway, that's all the news this week. I'm not going to go too far back because I don't see much benefit. Obviously, we have had Tier 8, we've had the second teaser video, and again, it's basically all the same ships, although I guess you can kind of see it a bit more. But obviously, the Wargaming have said they will be covering Tier 8 in a lot more in-depth in a blog post for over this patch. So at the moment, we've got 2 videos where we have a very shaky camera and very blurry, and it's, yeah. So at the moment, it does look like it's Germans. It looks like there might be a Russian DD in there. Definitely Americans. Definitely Japanese. So what the first 4 nations are, well, we've got 3 of them confirmed. There's a suspicion that the other nation might be French, but also could be Russian as well. So to be honest, if it's wargaming, I bet you it's Russian. I bet it's Russian, Germany, America, and Japan. Because that's the 4 nations they always seem to suck up to, is the best way to put it when it comes to the ships that they release in game. So it looks like all the other nations will have to wait their turn, unfortunately. Anyway, that's all the news regarding the game. Obviously, we will be covering a bit of channel news after this short break. But if you did enjoy the WoWs Wiki, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And obviously, feel free to subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. We'll be moving on to the next kind of bracketed area of this news report after this short break. Well, I'll briefly jump into the chat. I'd like to say hello to Randy Chang, to Ernest Tokaliki, and also to Action Public. Good to see you, gents. I hope you enjoyed the news. So on to channel admin. So it's quite obvious, I guess you could say, that for the past month or maybe month and a half, the channel schedule's kind of been a little bit all over the shop. WoWs Weekly's not been appearing so often. Review videos obviously has decreased. The one thing I have managed to try and keep up is the Friday night live streams. And it's basically life's just getting in the way, I guess you could say. One of the big things that that is happening is as some of you who have been following the channel for a little while now will know, the wife went into an operation in late March. Now, obviously, I didn't really talk about what it was for. I just let you guys know that obviously she had this operation. That's one of the reasons why the schedule at that time kind of slips a little bit. Basically, what's happening is after the outcome of that operation is we're basically locked into IVF. Maybe for the slightly more mature audience, I guess you could say. But they're basically, what that means is obviously we're locked into the process. We've got a lot of paperwork that we've had to go through. We've also had quite a number of meetings and things like that. But obviously with this in mind, we're kind of doing things at home in order to try and make the house a home, I guess you could say. Finishing off some of those projects which kind of got put on hold back when the COVID lockdown kicked in 2020. So we've got things like finishing off the kitchen, finishing off the garden, sorting the spare room out and things like that. Obviously planning ahead, getting things ready for the future. Now obviously one thing I should always mention is that obviously with IVF there's only about a 30% success rate, so obviously this is no guarantee that we will be having children anytime soon, but we're locked into the process, and that does mean that in the forthcoming future, I'd say at least for the next 2 months, this schedule could at times slip. There could be moments when I won't be able to do WoWs Week, or won't be able to do a Friday night live stream because obviously we have other appointments and other commitments. So that is just me being completely honest about the current situation, and that's one of the reasons why the channel's kind of slipped quite in past couple of weeks. So although the Belfast patch, I really wanted to get get back into like really getting the schedule solid and locked down, it's kind of not. I haven't had the opportunity as much as I would like to. So fingers crossed. I'm going to try and keep to it this patch as much as I can. I'm going to try and keep to WoWs Weekly. If there's not a lot of news, then I might just do what I did towards the end of the last patch, where rather than doing a WoWs Weekly video, I'll do a WoWs Weekly community post instead. I'll always try and keep the Friday night live stream locked in, although it's worth mentioning that this Friday's live stream is being moved to Thursday, so it's one day earlier. The reason being is we do have family over at the weekend, so we're just having to work around it. I mean, I don't think our guests will appreciate it if I just boot them upstairs, take over the living room, and do a live stream when they're here, where the host is supposed to be entertaining them, but also. So that's why that's moved. But yeah, the Monday side of it, could be potentially a little bit hit and miss. It's all down to what kind of time I get to actually record usually over the weekend, or usually this is Tuesday video, what time I get on a Monday night. But yeah, that's just me just laying it out, I guess you could say. So yeah, bear with. The channel may not be as what do I want to say? As busy as it used to, I guess you could say. Obviously, I'll try and do what I can, but it's just working around other things. And Ernest Tokaliki, the new commander is creation. Yeah, no, some of you, I'm not sure if some of you do know, but Amel Kriv, one of the channel moderators, he's actually Hungarian, even though he does live in Scotland. He's been following the Verbus Unitas quite closely, and we have had some discussions. But yeah, although the commander is Croatian, the commander did serve in the Austro-Hungarian Navy, and also then served on board the ship when she was transferred to the Serbian-Croatian kind of like Navy and things like that. And that actually, he died on that ship. And I think he actually even served on that ship when it was under the Austro-Hungarian Navy, all flying that flag. So amusingly, I think my opinion on that is I think he might be one of the most historically accurate commanders in the game, because they've released a ship and they've released a commander who served on that ship, died on that ship, and served in the Navy of that ship, and served in the Navy on that ship while under that flag. So yeah, probably one of the most historically accurate commanders in the game, I guess you could say, which is quite interesting. Yeah, Austro-Hungarian, yeah, pardon me. Yeah, but yeah, so I think it's quite nice, actually. I kind of wish they did more things like this. I mean, honestly, I'd prefer a lot less Azur Lane and a lot more historical accurate commanders, even if they say brought out a ship and then the associated commander with it, would be quite interesting. Because I think that would be a more enticing bundle than the bundles they bring in the game at the moment. If they brought out, so for example, say they brought out HMS Repulse, and they brought out a new version of Tenant, battleship orientated Tenant, changed the picture to maybe more accurate to the period that when he was served, and did that as like a bundle, like a limited time bundle. Even if the traits aren't that amazing, even if it's just a pretty generic commander, but it's a different new command like that commander, I think that'd be quite cool. I'd definitely prefer that over Azur Lane, I'll be honest. Doug, hello. Serbia was never in the Austro-Hungarian. Let's have a look. I'm gonna have to. I might. This is the thing. I am going off the top of my head. It's not my area of expertise. Let's have a look. Of course, I can't seem to find the ship. Sorry. Let's see. I've got it wrong, maybe. There we go. Let's see, who did she go with? Austro-Hungarian Navy. Where did she go next after that? It is Serbs. The newly formed state of Slovenes, Croats, and Serbs. So I guess that would include Serbia. And yeah, we'll just bump that back. There. Augusta Agar would be fun. Let's have a look. Hello, Sean. Hello, Doug. Unfortunately, this news live stream is now, we're pretty much through the news and pretty much through the channel news. We're now just having a bit of a random discussion. Here's Augusta Cigar. Augusta Cigar. Victoria Cross, DSO. 1890 to 1986. HMS Emerald. HMS Dorchester. Ah. Sinking a Soviet cruiser during the Russian Civil War. I'm gonna leave that tab open. I'm gonna read that. Well, thank you, Randy Chang. That is quite interesting. I completely agree with you. He sunk the Oleg. Oh, I like him already. Oh, why can't we have him? Oh, I'm gonna put that in the dev Q&A. Let's see. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, he'd be brilliant. If they brought in like a premium Devonshire, called it brought in Dorchester, made her a premium county class. That could be quite interesting. Yeah. Oh well, I'm gonna call that the end there. I'm gonna leave that Wikipedia tab open. And I'm gonna have a good read of that. But yeah, many thanks, Randy Chang. That's much appreciated. Nice bit of history. I'd be looking forward to reading to that. Oh well, stay safe, stay well, everyone. Look after yourselves. Do the usual YouTube stuff. You know what to do. Until next time, I'm the Gallifrey Major. Back to the pool.